Welcome, ladies and gents. This is the Peace Dealer, back for another magical moon message. The moon is in Virgo and the sun is in Taurus. This, of course, is a very magical expression of your mastery of manifestation. I don't know how else to say this, but true and relative to Virgo being a mutable sign, you're going to see over the next couple of days real practical shifts in your reality in preparation for this full moon, and off the guise of Uranus, Sun, Venus literally stepping into Taurus, planting new seeds. And so the anchoring of power we've manifested into our physiology, now that Mercury is trining its ruler, or Moon in Virgo is trining its ruler Mercury in Taurus. This is as your mind is processing supernatural phenomena in and off the heels of a Mercury to Uranus to Venus transit that's going to innovate your individual ability to process your reality unlike any other person. The moon in Virgo is going to have you be receptive to your behavior and how you integrate this into your day-to-day reality. So Capricorn is the physical actions and spending power that you have. Taurus is the senses through which you ground and experience, right? The strength of your physical actions is based on how strong your body is, but the technique of how you move your body is a Virgo. And this is going to make you very receptive to ways to, for example, invest your money. If Taurus and the sun here is the manifestation of your value and your worth, the moon in Virgo is going to make you receptive to bargains and how you can infiltrate and insert that value in markets. And quick thing about worth, the reason why fixed signs are royalty is your worth does not have to be argued with. There's appraisals for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very imperative you know your worth, because the quality with which you have manifested speaks for itself. There's so many people you've established this to. You just have to remember, these people don't say shh. The people who know the most don't say a lot. The people who don't know as much say the most. So if you get caught up on a whole bunch of people who may not really, resonate with the value you put out there, don't forget that there are more people who see you. They're just not saying anything because they don't have to. Okay, so your value speaks for itself. You've already gone through the 2020 period of establishing this value, and so it's known now. Like, listen, it's known now. If you can focus on outside influences that antagonize and don't recognize your worth and don't know how real you are, but most of that is duplicitous, untrue, and the influences who need to know your worth. So move forward like that. You're going to be dealing with people who with one mouth has said, oh, you're a real deal, and then with another mouth is saying, oh, you're this. So don't pay that any mind. The truth explains and speaks for itself, just like your value. This is because the moon opposite Neptune and square the nodes can get you caught up in projections and BS if you don't approach it with the right behavior. And if your ego is too insecure about what other people think, when you only need to be concerned about those who've established they know your worth. And you don't look for that, you just move forward because, loyalty is royalty. This fixed sign axis is royalty, grounded earth, appreciation, value. It's not about know your value. You know your value now. Like, it's been a whole decade of building this up, so you know your value. So this moon in Virgo transit is one of the most important transits. The moon's going to go into Libra. You're going to integrate the social aspect of sharing your value with others before this is full in Scorpio and transforms very deeply the aspect of how you're feeling others' desire for your value. This is going to complete a whole lot of psychological, physical strength. And the Aquarian square speaks to the stubbornness or confidence and courage to express your thoughts or values, even in the face of others openly antagonizing you. Because at the end of the day, they still can all suck your dick. or they can suck your Richard. You know what I'm saying? They could shake Richard's hand or suck your dick. So here's the thing. You want to be very mindful, and I'm so serious about that, because this is what separates the strong from the weak. A lot of weak-minded people or weak personalities don't stand in their own strength, and so other strong energies trigger them, and they project their inward feelings outwardly when they need to develop an inward locus of control that's unaffected by other people. Okay, but the stuff like that takes time for everyone to build. But there's no time to waste, because you're stepping into the manifestation of this Taurus aspect that's going to draw forth your strength and unconsciously, relative to your behavior, actually change your reality. And now it's opposite Neptune, so your reality is going to be warping relative to what you're imagining. And if you're imagining negativity, you're going to manifest this. If you're imagining positivity, you're going to manifest this. But there's positive, there's negative energy as far as like protons and electrons, but there's no good or bad. That's subjective. Objectively speaking, what you're going to really be stepping into is a greater grounded understanding of how practically to take this manifested essence out of your own body and practically express this in ways that warp your reality and link your reality socially with others with what you're directly manifesting. And like I said, your value speaks for itself. So there are going to be people who are talking all sorts of shit. Listen, and the Neptune projection is where people could pathologically just say lies just to save face in the public and make themselves look a certain way. All you need to do is draw the receipts. You don't have to argue with any single person. A lot of you are going to change a lot of your situations because whoever you're dealing with, you're leading forward with authenticity and reality. Reality, no delusions. So everything that that's said to you to deal with, just bring a receipt out. Period. And this is why it trines Capricorn of integrity, because if you really are who you say you are, you can back it up and prove it without, creating drama and flair. It's all right to be lighthearted and poke fun at stuff, but don't let anything get to you so much that you forget that you have value you can move forward with. You lessen your value when you're out here trying to haggle and bargain with people who don't even know the higher level of what it is you express and your true value. So other than that, this is really, really, really going to be great, especially with the square to the nodes. That's going to remind you how to integrate what's happening really in your life with where this ideological element of truth is guiding you, using the resources of your beliefs and philosophies. And this is also going to serve to ground through Neptune a lot of dreams. Basically, with the trine of Pluto and Capricorn, a lot of your financial world will shift further as well. Returns on investments, unexpected windfalls of income, but a lot of this is going to come with the ways that your mind processes putting together, sorting, and actually perfecting the process of everything you're manifesting, all the value you're manifesting, everything you're putting together to raise your value and to really create this foundation and really set the perception and behavior with which you can change all of this. All right. So this is going to be great change over the next 2 weeks coming back to Moon in Pisces. And listen, Neptune is opposite the moon. So be prepared for, a lot of shady projecting, just a lot of people that the reason why I'm laughing is integrity will reveal who is who, because if anyone has integrity, you're not going to have to deal with these issues. It's going to be those people who are petty with no integrity, no accountability, acting like they have it, but their actions are literally giving them away real time. Moon in Virgo wants you to be real. If you're trying to flex for social media, if you're trying to play victim, you're trying to do all that, it's going to backfire on you. People are going to see through you. You can't fool Virgo. Okay, you cannot. Like, Virgo sees all the details. So allow people to be in their ego. Allow people to express their character. You don't have to really give into that. Just draw a receipt and let it be that. Okay, let the receipts do the talking. And with Neptune opposite the moon, people aren't above forging receipts and trying to act like it's a certain way. So read it. Look at it very closely. Look at the details. Make sure someone's not just showing you, see, I have this. Like, look at it. Because, people can fabricate messages People can show you a screenshot of a message that was photoshopped. So really double check this. Don't be so quick to just believe one side of a story when there's more than two sides. Other than that, don't get too wrapped up in narratives anyway. There's a whole real life in front of you. But outside of that, this is going to be very, very, very pivotal, very, very magical, very, very practical, very, very lucrative, especially in your ability to break down the physical components at work, which will really help to integrate a whole lot of what it is you're manifesting and at play. Listen, a day like this as well, with the opposition of the moon to Neptune, is going to allude more so of this tendency for weak characters to project negativity. And it's going to show you how much more you've grown, evolved, and are stronger against this. Because, at the end of the day, you're dealing with a lot of people who are simmering with rage and all the shadow aspects they have within them that they chose to recognize in you, and instead of dealing with it within themselves, want to make it your problem. So it's going to be a day like this and tomorrow that really just backfires with their own actions, because whether they want to admit it unconsciously, this affects their behavior. So that Neptune opposition is going to reflect that back. And this is where, instead of you getting wrapped up in it, just maintain integrity and show receipts. That's it. Listen, this moon in Virgo, there is a receipt for every single altercation, good or bad. There's a receipt for it. There's a receipt for that. Oh, there's a receipt for that. You literally can speak only in receipts during this transit, and that will really flesh out the integrity. So the best thing to do is to let go, let God. You may deal with duplicitous energies that may, of course, rely on spin doctoring and lies to alter a perception around you, but you don't have to worry about that should you be walking in integrity, because your value speaks for itself. And a lot of people like to act spiritual, but then, break down when some real world social dynamics happen. So you either believe in, don't disrespect the angels and spirit guides, and say you believe in them when you want to be kumbaya and spiritual, but then when real world social dynamics that stress you out come, the angels no longer exist. Like, oh, this stuff happened at work today. Well, what happened with them angels you were talking to? I thought, are you not cool with them when conflict comes? Because then you fake. So don't be fake. Be real. And, keep that same energy with the philosophies you keep during periods like this, where it's going to get a little bit bumpy. Unfortunately, certain people take their egos way too seriously, and this can cause friction. And so energies like Virgo, energies like Scorpio, energies like Pisces dissolve egoic energy, hence the karmic nature of their energies. And this super Taurus stellium is grounding foundation that will last you a while. You just got to put the work in. And this moon in Virgo will help you put in the work. So your ability to manifest is unconventionally changing forever. Like, let's say we learned in school that the way to add is 1 + 1 = 2. But now you found a way to add in a way like no one else adds. And if you tell people, it's like, that's not the way we did it, but the answer is still right all the time. This is what you're stepping into, your own unique Mercury Taurus way to manifest and to process real information. Allow people to ridicule you for it. Allow people to make fun of you for it. They ridiculed a lot of great inventors and creators until after the fact they realized these people knew what they were doing. But at this pivotal, individual, personal axis and critical nature of your ability to process, fully immerse yourself in your own uniqueness. And this moon in Virgo will help you flesh out more practically a way to extend this uniqueness in a mastery in your own unique manifestation style that you will perfect through experience moon in Leo and complete moon in Scorpio. Y'all stay blessed as always, and until next time.